summertime is coming, and the trees are sweetly blooming, and the wild mountain thyme grows around the blooming heather. Will ye go, lassie, go? I will build my love a bower by yon pure crystal fountain, and on it I will pile all the flowers of the mountain. Will ye go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to pull wild mountain thyme all around the blooming heather. Will ye go, lassie, go? I will range through the wilds and the deep glens, see dreamy, and return with my spoils to the bower. Oh, my dearie, will ye go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to pull wild mountain thyme all around the blooming heather. Will ye go, lassie, go? If my true love, she won't come, I shall never find another to pull wild mountain thyme all around the blooming heather. Will ye go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to pull wild mountain thyme all around the blooming heather. Will ye go, lassie, go?
Wonderful, wonderful song. What a great song to start with, too. So here we are. I'm here with Jack. At last, we're in person. It was cancelled from yesterday because, of course, that hoolie of a wind that was whistling through Scotland and most of the UK. And we're here, that Burns special Alive at Jam.
Aye, it was a rare wind yesterday, Jim. It really was a rare wind yesterday.
Well,
do you know? The police actually cautioned me yesterday
Oh, dear.
because there was a wig blowing down the street, and they told me not to approach it because it's half its head. So
Oh, the old ones are the best.
it's the old ones are the best, isn't it, Jim? It's the old ones are the best. Aye.
Indeed. It was a stoter. And it would have been a rare day for washing, except you'd have lost your washing if you'd have put it out. It really would have been. So the beautiful point of today is to celebrate some Scottish music, but not just Scottish music, not any and every Scottish music, but Burns, of course. And Jack is lined up, I think, choked up with Burns sessions that he used to do in the next little while. So we've stole a bit of his time, which we really appreciate. And thank you for joining us. If you didn't catch us yesterday for a little warmer-upper, was yesterday, then this evening is what you're just in tune for. We've got some Burns, we've got some Scott stuff. It is just a delight. Mm-hmm. What's the first one you maybe want to do?
The first one really is an absolute blood pumper of a song, really a song about actually not too far away from here. It's about Bannockburn.
Oh.
So aye, of course. So it's Scots Wahey, Robert Burns' famous address to Bruce and Loyal Wallace. So let's get started with that. And I want to hear through the kind of metaverse around me, everyone stamping their feet when they're listening to this one as well. Scots Wahey, we Wallace bled, Scots wan Bruce has often led. Welcome to your gory bed, or to victory. Now's the day and now's the hour, see a front, oh battle hour, see approach proud Edward's power, chains and slavery. Woe be a traitor knave, walk and fill a coward's grave, wassy bases be a slave, let him turn and flee. War for Scotland's king and law, freedom's sword will strongly draw. Freeman stand or freeman fall, let him follow me. By oppressions, woes and pains, by our sons in servile chains, we will drain our dearest veins, but they shall be free. Lay the proud usurpers low, tyrants fall in every foe, liberties in every blow, let us do or die. Scots Wahey, we Wallace bled, Scots wan Bruce has often led. Welcome to your gory bed, or to victory.
Oh, beautiful.
Aye, just a wee one there.
And it was a little slow there. I was meant to be doing that in the bouzouki, and I forgot to pick it up. So you can do everything you possibly can, but there you are. But a beautiful, beautiful rousing song. Fabulous rousing song, of course it was. And it still is today. And the wonderful thing is that you can get in touch with us. Just drop us a little note, maybe about what you're doing today, whether you're having a haggis or you're having a wee dram, or you're just doing your own thing as far as Burns Night is concerned. But you can drop us a little note and tell us what's going on. I think there's probably a few still open and on for tonight, but I think much of yesterday was cancelled. Hence the reason we thought we'd do a little live thing, and that's the beautiful thing about it. I think you're losing some battery power there.
Don't worry about it. We'll manage, Jim. We'll manage.
So what did you think next? I mean, you're introduced a whole load of songs now to me that I've heard in the passing, like subliminal,
yeah.
but not actually got in deep with them.
I think that's probably the case for a lot of people, is that a lot of people know the songs, but just maybe they can't quite place them. They've heard their granny singing it, they've heard it at some point, doing something else. But actually, it's only when someone actually like introduces you to them and sings them properly that things begin to come alive for you. So we're going to do one now, and I'm pretty sure it's a well-known one. I'm pretty sure you've all heard it before. Jack's probably heard this one before as well, just as he's fallen over in the studio there. I didn't want to embarrass him, really. I didn't want to embarrass him, but he has just fallen over in the studio. But he's all right. It's a lovely one, and it's Green Grow the Rashes. Oh,
good.
There's naught but care on every horn, in every hour that passes. Oh, what signifies the life o' man, and 'twere not for the lassies. Oh, green grow the rashes. Oh, green grow the rashes. Oh, The sweetest hours that e'er I spent are spent among the lassies, oh. The worldly race may riches chase, and riches still may fly them all. And though at last they catch them fast, their hearts can ne'er enjoy them all. Green grow the rashes, oh. Green grow the rashes, oh. The sweetest hours that e'er I spent are spent among the lassies, oh. But give me a canny or a teen, my arms about my dearie, oh. And worldly cares and worldly men may a gang tapsel teary, oh. Green grow the rashes, oh. Green grow the rashes, oh. The sweetest hours that e'er I spent are spent among the lassies, oh. For you say, deuce, ye sneer at this, you're not but senseless asses, oh. The wisest man the world e'er saw, he dearly lewd the lassies, oh. Green grow the rashes, oh. Green grow the rashes, oh. The sweetest hours that e'er I spent are spent among the lassies, oh. All nature swears her lovely dears, her noblest work she classes, oh. Her prentice hand she tried on man, and then she made the lassies, oh. Green grow the rashes, oh. Green grow the rashes, oh. The sweetest hours that e'er I spent are spent among the lassies, oh. Green grow the rashes, oh. Green grow the rashes, oh. The sweetest hours that e'er I spent are spent among the lassies, oh.
I love that. Do you know what we're going to need the subtitles down at the bottom, Mr. Facebook. We're going to need the subtitles, and it'll be a laugh to read them.
Oh, probably, aye.
Even I can't get them. See, when I see some of the Scots written down, it's just a blur to me.
It is. I think it is for a lot of people, but I think there's still something kind of there.
If you can deliver it just like it comes alive.
Stop it, Jim.
It does. It does. It comes alive, and that's the beauty of it through with the music as well. Because I've been to a few Burns nights myself, and I must admit they're quite a long affair, and I'm not that big a drinker.
Yeah, no.
And I'm not a whiskey drinker, so it's like you're alienated to it. So this is our wee version. You don't have to have a whiskey at 7 o'clock or so, but the beautiful thing is you could maybe have a wee sherry, or another better one I've been getting recently from Ian Paget, ginger wine.
Oof.
Do you remember the ginger wine? Non-alcoholic ginger wine, and it's a real Alexa to get rid of your coughs and your flus. And if you don't drink it, you can just rub it on things. But that would go lovely with that lovely song when you're watching it back. And all the folks that are maybe watching on other platforms too, we thank you for joining us. We don't always see, we see your presence, but we don't always wish to make comment at your names or anything like that. So thank you, just in case where you are from, whichever country, you're not under any security issues that may be there. But the weather is a blessing today. There's a calm after the storm, an absolute calm after the storm, isn't there? And we walked out to survey a little bit the damage today, and the fence is probably needing a new one. So needing a new fence, line up the jobs for the summer, and I think there's many. I think many of the roads as well are blocked off just now. M8's kind of closed. There's different things like that. So you're best just in here tonight. Join us. So thanks so much. Is it my turn to do something?
Of course
Give you a wee
Jim.
break.
Of course it is, Jim.
Give you a wee break. Let me see if I can find. I was thinking do these little medleys. I've done it again. Yes, a medley it is. I've got the right word, medley. And this one joins Jacobites by Name, Great Burns, and another Great Burns song, Willie Stewart. Now, I don't know if you've ever heard Eddie Reader doing Willie Stewart.
Oh, she's very good. She's
It's,
very good.
I mean, if you do out there, if you catch some of Eddie Reader's stuff, certainly at Burns, she did a Burns album, and it's where I've kind of pinched some of these songs and just shortened them. But she did a brilliant, brilliant album. And of course, she's always got some beautiful backing singers and backing players that makes it also good. But maybe you'll get to play with her one day.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Okay, there's always a chance. We'll put in a wee word. Eddie, just a wee word. Give him a shout if you're needing a wee warm up.
Aye.
So this one is Ye Jacobites by Name. Oh, sorry.
I'll give you some 3 wee Burns facts for you before we start. He was never called Rabbi. That's one thing that people always thought he was. He was never called Rabbi. He was always Robert or Robin. And then second one was he never saw tartan in his life because tartan was banned during the time that he was alive. And the third one is he could never actually hold a tune. And people are often surprised by that. So we see a lot of these Burns songs, but a lot of the tunes, a lot of the music wasn't actually done by him. It was done by someone else. So there you are, 3 wee Burns facts for you. Well,
The marketing men went daft
they
there.
did.
They added the tartan into it, and they called him. No, we're not going to call you Robert.
Aye.
We're going to call you Rabbi. It must have been somewhere along the line. Somebody. I don't want to blame the Americans or Donald Trump for that.
Someone's done a turn.
Somebody's done a turn. Yes. This one is a kind of rousing song. No, Jacobites by Name, of course it is, and then followed on by Willie Stewart. Ye Jacobites by name, lend an ear, lend an ear. Ye Jacobites by name, lend an ear. Ye Jacobites by name, lend an ear, lend an ear. Ye Jacobites by name, lend an ear. Ye Jacobites by name, your faults I will proclaim, your doctrines I might blame. You shall hear, you shall hear, your doctrines I might blame. You shall hear. Makes heroic strife, famed afar, famed afar. What makes heroic strife, famed afar? What makes heroic strife? Well, with assassin knife, or a haunt appearance life, with a bloody war, or haunt appearance life, with a bloody war. You're welcome, Willie Stewart. You're welcome, Willie Stewart. There's ne'er a flower that blooms in May as half as welcome as thou art. You're welcome, Willie Stewart. You're welcome, Willie Stewart. There's ne'er a flower that blooms in May that's half so welcome as thou art. May foes be strong and friends be slack, and action may you rue it. May the woman on him turn their back that ranks ye Willie Stewart. Well, you're welcome, Willie Stewart. You're welcome, Willie Stewart. You're welcome, there's half the welcome as thou art. You're welcome, Willie Stewart. You're welcome, Willie Stewart. There's ne'er a flower that blooms in May that's half as welcome as thou art. And of course, Willie Stewart was Robert Burns' great friend,
Of course,
and he wrote that song particularly for him. And in my mind now, I can't get this tuneless Rabbi Burns out my head. I just can't manage to do it. It's like I hate to say it for all those children. Put your hands over your ear. It's like saying Santa's not true. You know, it's just.
Doesn't feel right, does it?
You spoiler.
Doesn't feel right, does it?
You spoiler. Here in a Burns. But yes, the legacy that Burns has left. And you've dedicated quite a bit of your months now to the sessions that come through.
Yeah, I know.
So you
yeah.
clearly must love it.
I do. I think it's because I grew up in Terbolton in Ayrshire, and obviously I think you're just absolutely saturated by Burns there. You know, it's in the place names, you know, the pubs, and in the schools as well. You know, they get a lot from Burns, and I think a lot of people get a lot of stuff from Burns. I think school is basically where we first run into Burns, you know, and then perhaps university, if you go on to do literature or something like that, you'll meet Burns again. And I think we kind of meet him in popular culture, and you know, there's just something about it. But I do feel that because I kind of grew up in Ayrshire, I've kind of got a little bit of a soft spot for him, and I do spend a lot of my time doing it. So I'm away to, I think it's 7 Burns suppers over the next 3 months.
But it's a surprise to me, all the different areas, because Burns moved about quite a bit. Down in Dumfries, big Burns movement down there, and then I found over in Berwick, over there, everybody's claiming a piece of Burns.
Well, I think he did a lot of tours. So he toured up to. He actually went to Falkirk, and he complained about the Carron Ironworks that were there, and he's because they wouldn't let him in to see it. And then when he did get in to see it, he didn't think they were up to much. So I mean, there's all these different things. And the other thing he used to do was he used to draw on the windows. Like, you know, a lot of people used to do back in the day, and so there's a couple of panes of glass with his signature and a couple of words dedicated to the place as well.
And he's done everything he possibly could to keep the recreational and the refreshment industry alive, of course. And every pub that's everywhere in Dumfries in the land of Scotland, he kept one man, single army, kept it going all by himself.
I know, that's good, isn't it? That's good.
What do you fancy now?
I think we'll do one of, I don't know if it's maybe Burns' most famous, but he's probably most influential intellectually, and it's a man's a man for all that. And of course Burns didn't come up with this kind of stuff, but it's the kind of thing that he was reading at the time. You got to remember that in Europe there's a lot of revolution, the French Revolution's going on, and he takes some of those ideas, and I think this is the one that he actually publishes under a pseudonym originally, so that he wouldn't be found out, because it can be quite rebellious and quite against the establishment at the time, but it makes perfect sense to us now, and it's a man's a man for all that.
Wonderful.
Hold on, let me start in the right key, Jim, before they get going. Sorry.
I'd be following you.
We're live, people. We're live. Mistakes happen, don't worry. Is there for honest poverty that hangs his head, and all that the coward slave we pass him by, we dare be poor for all that, and all that our toils obscure, and all that the rank is but the guinea stamp. The man's the goud for all that, what through unhamely fair we dine, we're hodden grey, and all that gie fools their silks and knaves their wine. A man's a man for all that, and all that their tinsel show, and all that the honest man, though e'er sae poor, is king o' men for all that. You see yon barquet, ca'd a lord was struts and stairs and all that, though Hunnels o' worship at his word, he's but a coof for all that, and all that his ribbons start, and all that the man o' independent mind, he looks and laughs at all that. A prince can mak a belted knight, a marquis duke, and all that, but an honest man aboon his might, good faith he mauna for that, for all that, and all that their dignities and all that, the pith, o' sense and pride o' worth, are higher rank than all that. So let us pray that come it may, as come it will, for all that sense and worth o'er all the earth shall bear the gree, and all that, for all that and all that, it's coming yet, for all that man to man the world o'er shall brothers be, for all that.
Wonderful. I was just thinking, I've clearly heard the song a few times. Who, apart from yourself, who's your favourite for doing that particular song? Who have you heard that you've thought
for doing
that you've thought that arrangement or that particular song?
There's so many. I think one of the renditions of it that I really like is at the opening of the Scottish Parliament, because it's in, I can't remember if it's the new Scottish Parliament or the one when it was in the assembly rooms at New College.
Oh, of course.
But somebody sang that there, and it's just very much, I think it was very much what it symbolised at the time, what it represents, the setting it was in.
A new beginning.
This new beginning.
Yep.
But looking back and saying, actually, it's about equality and equity. That was really quite something for me. So, yeah, I think that rendition is probably my favourite.
Well, anybody there, if you can remember that session, or you were there, or you just remember it, whether it was at the original hall or whether it was the new building, drop us a note, let us know. Who was it that sung For All That? It's a beautiful, beautiful song. Rousing stuff. And what else do you think you could maybe do for us?
We're not going to do Burns now. We're going to do something from the 1960s kind of folk revival that happened in Scotland. And I think I've chosen it because it's very much, it's inspired by Burns. People would look back and read people like Burns and Robert Ferguson and all these different types of guys and would find something new in it in the 1960s. And this is one of those songs. And it's called Freedom Come All Ye, and it was sung at the opening of the first time I ever heard it was at the opening of the 2014 Commonwealth Games in Glasgow, and I just fell in love with it, and I just thought it was wonderful. So yeah, Freedom Come All Ye.
Burns' songs are used, maybe overused for so many things, and that's the wonderful thing about it. You can plug into that in different ways. What a legacy. And this one's called
Freedom Come All Ye.
It's a wee version of that.
Rock the wind and the clear day's dawning, blows the clouds, he'll stir Gaudi o'er the bay. But there's mair nor a rock wind blowing through the great glen o' the world a day. It's a thought that will gather rottens, all the rogues that gang gallus fresh and gay. Take the road and seek other lonings, whether ill ploy to sport and play. Name there will our bonny callants merge to war, one a braggart's cruisely craw. Nor we wings fae heed and clackin', mon the ship sailing down the Brunello. And broken families and lands we've had it, will curse Scotland the brave, nae mair. Black and white into leather merit, will make the vile barracks o' their maisters bear. So come all ye at hame wi' freedom, never heed what the hoodies croak for doom. In your house, o' the bairns o' Adam will find breed, barley breed and painted room. And when McLean meets with his friends in Springburn, all the roses and greens will turn to bloom, and the black boy fae Nianga dings the fell gallows o' the Burkas Doon.
A beautiful broad Scottish. And who was it that wrote that one?
Honestly, Jim,
Not
I wouldn't
sure.
embarrass myself by saying I can't remember who wrote it.
But there's a lot of it songs, anonymous songs, the Scottish songs, influenced by Burns music, that being one of them. And again, there's another little prompter for you. Those of you that are in the know, drop us a note. Drop us a note, let us know. Let us know if you know. Thank you so much, Jack. It's been a real joy to be here. Just to share a bit of music, and as I say, I must admit, confession time, I've not known a great deal of the music.
No,
and
it's fine, it's
not
fine.
known, but we're giving you a little introduction to it. And it's a wonderful special guest that we've got here, Jack Shuttleworth. So, Jack, thank you for your time so much. And this will be going to you tonight. It's with you tonight. It's brilliant. Enjoy it. Enjoy the flavour of Scotland and the flavour of Burns. Brought to you by Jack Shuttleworth. What do you want to do to go out, Jack?
I think I'll do one that hopefully we all know, and hopefully we all know the words to as well.
What are you doing it in? A third, right?
Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot and days of old lang syne? For old lang syne, my Joe, for old lang syne, we'll take a cup o' kindness yet for old lang syne. We twa hae run about the braes and pow the gowans fine. Sundays we merry, merry had in days of old lang syne. For old lang syne, my Joe, for old lang syne, we'll take a cup o' kindness yet for old lang syne. So here's on my trusty fear, and here's a horn o' thine. We'll take a cup o' kindness yet for old lang syne. For old lang syne, my Joe, for old lang syne, we'll take a cup o' kindness yet for old lang syne. Thanks very much for watching.